Hi, the modification kit I'm supplying, it should come off two of these type of what I call nut retainer wheels. This one is just for the 8mm configuration. You should get two of those with 4 blank holes in it, plus hopefully some dowels, or you supply them. 6mm dowels go in to the two vertical holes, I suppose, with about a 3mm protrusion. The longer you make the protrusion, the deeper the hole you've got to drill into your wheel. One of them you set up like that. The other one, you take your spindle hardware, put it into there, and hopefully, if it's a proper tight fit, you'll have to hammer it home. Then you take your geared wheel, make sure you've got the small spacer away from you, put that on. Because yours is probably already oiled, I do recommend a few bits of super glue. Watch where you put it, you don't want to get it on the spindle. Put it together, a couple of clamps, small clamps or whatever. Let's go this way, like so. Now if you use super glue, it shouldn't take you that long to dry, and that's it. And hopefully that spindle is made. I'll show you basically how to attach it and all that later on, but this is just to put it together and get it ready for use. Oh, I suppose I should mention that once you've got it in there, it is a tight fit. I usually use something like this and whack it out, and naturally that'll be now glued together. It comes out and it's ready to give that a bit of a oiling, if you like. I do. I'll now take this over to get it oiled. With all this hardware sitting loosely around, one of the things I found is invaluable are these two little thread gauges that I got from Rockler. You try it with a nut, you never know which nut you've tried and you forget about it. At least this one, it's written on there and you know exactly what you're getting. Okay, for this next part, to show you how we use these interlocking pins on this item. I've taken this off the 8mm spindle only because I've got a wheel already with the hole in it. I've already cut a hole in it, but I'll show you how to do it on this side. As I said, all I've done is just unscrewed that, put it on there. I've got this other nut system that I'll just screw that onto. All I'm really interested in is this central locating pin. You put that in there, push it down, and now you've got your alignment holes required. Now over to the drill press and we'll continue from there. Okay, at the drill press I've set my depth stop to stop about 4mm below the level of the tyre or the wheel. I line up the hole, turn the drill press on, go down till it stops, remove that. Then I use this 1/4 inch bolt. You can use a piece of dowel, you can use anything to lock that spot in so this doesn't move around. You move that over to the other side, line up the hole. We're using that part as a template, turn the drill on, down you go, it stops with the depth reached, and that's it. You can now pull out this, sorry, I hope you can see, insert. You don't need that centering pin. That can be, oops, sorry, I keep forgetting that you mightn't be able to see, unscrewed. Now everything being equal, those two holes should automatically line up with the dowel, and you should be centered with that. We'll go over to the other part again and put it back together and see how it works. Okay, back to this part of the workshop. Just take this apart. You can do it one of two ways. Screw that on. Oh, come on. Then put your wheel onto it. Again, bear in mind I've got those duplicate holes. align the holes, press it in, and then because it's all aligned, you can actually crank that tight because it's all one piece now. And as you can see, that revolves. It's not a super running, it's a sealed bearing, so it doesn't run as in, you know, crazy, but it runs smooth, true, and there's no way knowing that wheel's going to move short of, yeah, it's just not going to move on you. Simple as that. And then you attach this part now to your jig, and off you go. That's it, folks. Bye. Oh, sorry, totally forgot. And then you actually attach your hardware. Oh, now have I got the right... Probably haven't got the right nut for it. Let's try this one over here. Because I'm mixing and matching all the different ones. And that wheel won't move, but you can crank this up tight to make sure it doesn't slip out from there and everything is held together. As you can see, it runs quite smoothly, and that's basically it. And by the way, that other bolt I used are actually the bolts I used from holding this into the jig of the body through those holes there. So, you know, waste not, want not. That's all, folks. Oh, sorry, folks, if I lost you previously a bit, what I was referring to is you pull that out, that bit out there, grab that other rigmarole we put together, make sure I've got this lined up the right way. That slides in. Make sure the gears are, aligned, otherwise it might have trouble getting in there. Once it's aligned, push it in, insert these retainer screws. Actually, I find that it just fits in such a way that there's just a slight amount of thread to tighten it. You only really need one, and that's it. And it's now hopefully ready to go. But, and when I talk about lateral pressure, you can see that little bit of movement there. Push that way, hold it there, and keep pressure on it, pushing that way, move it across. Or alternatively, if you prefer to do a puller instead of a pusher, then do it that way. But anyway, folks, that's it, so catch you later. And just as a matter of interest for those people that want to know why I have got both a 8mm, whoops, you can't see it now, 8mm and a 5/16mm. Well, actually, the operations, mechanics and the bearings are still 8mm. It's more a case of these nut retainers are a different size to hold 5/16 because I like to make use of these quick move knobs. As you can see, they just zip on and a quick twist and they're done up, as opposed to using a wing nut whereby you're continually spinning. That's it.